New model claim ng Chinese Embassy ang pag-uusapan kasama si Commodore Roy Vincent Trinidad, Philippine Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea. Commodore Trinidad, magandang tanghali po.
Magandang tanghali, Arnel and Ninya. At sa mga taga-subaybay ninyo, good noon to everybody.
Commodore, ano po ang masasabi ng Philippine Navy sa sinasabi ng China na di umano'y pakikipag-usap o deal sa pagitan ng Western Command at Chinese diplomat sa usapin ng Ayungin Shoal?
Arnel, ibabalik ko muna ito. Bago lumabas yung kwento na may usapan, sinabi na muna na merong kasunduan. May gentleman's agreement. And then may new model. And then alam ng ating administration na may kasunduan. Lahat ito has already been debunked by the President, by the Secretary of National Defense, by all government officials in the defense and security sector. Now, naglabas naman siya ng bagong usapan na may recorded daw between Westcom and a Chinese official. Ito ay kasama sa disinformation.
So wala pong katotohanan yun?
Walang katotohanan. Alam mo ang bagong model? Si Ninya.
Ha?
Yun ang bagong model natin. Pero lahat na sinasabi nila, I call it part of Marites warfare.
Marites warfare.
Marites
May
warfare.
bago po tayong term ngayon.
To sow intrigue among us Filipinos na tayo ang mag-away-away. And we will be diverted from the true issue, which is China encroaching into our territorial domain in the West Philippine Sea.
Alright. Okay, so sir, di may iwasan na matanong sa inyo kasi nag-leave po itong si Vice Admiral Alberto Carlos. Recently, siya po ang commander ng AFP Westcom. Ano po kaya ang dahilan ng kanyang leave at parang medyo coincidental po dahil siya po yung nadadawit dun sa sinasabi nyo ngayon, false audio recording?
Anybody could say anything. Anybody could connect the dots and link certain actions to what is happening. That leave has been filed last month. Kumbaga, bago lumabas yung issue na to, naandun na yon. It just so happened na more or less coincidental na just before the issue, nag-leave siya. But that has been pre-arranged before, pre-planned, and it was approved already, even before the issue came out.
Yes, so it has nothing to do with these reports.
Oh, definitely, walang kinalaman yun.
Opo, pero kumusta naman po siya?
He's fine, he's fine. He's taking time. I mean, alam mo, sa buhay namin, every now and then, we need to take time out for some personal reasons. Ang sa kanya naman, he applied for the leave last month, even before all these issues came out.
Nakaplanado na yung kanyang pag-leave.
Yeah, planado naman ito.
Okay. Ibahin na po natin since that's already cleared the air. Hopefully, dahil para wala nang sabihin yung mga tao ngayon at hindi na kayo tanungin ulit, paulit-ulit. Nasagot nyo na, wala akong kinalaman.
Nasagot ko na.
Nagkataon, nag-leave bago pa lumabas po ang mga issue na ito. Okay. So ano po sa tingin nyo ang nagiging implikasyon o epekto nitong mga sinasabi nyo nga pong istilong false narrative ng China, lalo na ngayon naman dinadawit nga po ang Westcom. At ano po ang advice nyo sa ating mga kababayan tungkol dito?
Alam mo ang kagandahan nito, lalo napapatibay natin ang sense of nationhood. Lalong pinapatibay natin yung pagmamahal sa sarili natin. Sapagkat ang kalaban natin dito, hindi yung kapwa Pilipino. Ang kalaban ay dayuhan. At ang kanyang pamamaraan ay hindi yung puwersa sa puwersa. Today's warfare is less of kinetic action, kinetic versus kinetic. It's more of deception. It's more of false narratives. It's more of shaping the perception of the public. Para ang taong bayan, pag sila nagsabi na ayaw namin ng ganito, hihina ang fighting spirit ng tao. So it's very important for every Filipino to understand the modern battlefield, which is actually the cognitive domain. It's in the minds of every Filipino.
Commodore, sa ngayon, gaano na po karami ang namomonitor ninyong Chinese vessels sa West Philippine Sea? At saang lugar po ito?
For the past week, we monitored 104 different vessels from the PLA Navy, the Coast Guard, and the Maritime Militia. This is a drop from the 129 the previous week. And kung mapansin natin, tumutugma ito sa trend ng balikatan. Just before balikatan, it was more or less this number. And then nung paumpisa ang balikatan, nag-spike pataas. Ngayon patapos, nag-drop na naman.
Okay.
May correlation.
May correlation, oo.
Nanonood sila.
Nanonood sila, nag-observe sila.
Nag-observe.
Uninvited guests.
Sana in-invite nyo na lang po. Ang dami nyo pong in-invite na bansa. Ano?
14 yung invited, 15 ang dumating, may isang uninvited na dumating.
May isang uninvited. Alright. So sa ngayon po, yung mga nakikita yung mga ships na nandyan, saan po sila nakakoncentrate? Yung mga natitirang, sabi nyo, 104?
104. A lot of this would be in Mischief Reef, Ayungin.
Okay.
Makalapit lang yan. That's only 20 nautical miles. Pag-asa and Baho de Masinloc. At may mga mailan-ilan sa ibang features natin sa West Philippine Sea.
Okay.
Dito naman po tayo sa Eastern Seaboard, Commodore Roy. Naghain po ng resolution sa Kamara para po paigtingin yung pagbabantay ng AFP at ang Philippine Coast Guard sa Eastern Seaboard po ng ating bansa, particular sa bahagi ng Philippine Rise at Catanduanes. Ano po ang masasabi ng Philippine Navy dito?
Alam mo, yung kagandahan ng statement ng ating Secretary of National Defense that we should have a comprehensive archipelagic defense. This means that we will look at the country in its totality. We are a maritime nation, an archipelagic country. And our defense posture will be oriented outward to be able to protect all our maritime entitlements sa exclusive economic zone. That will include not only the West Philippines, Nina and Arnel, not only the northern islands, but pati sa ating eastern seaboard and southern border. In the eastern seaboard, we have the Philippine Deep or the Philippine Trench. We have Benham Rise. So marami tayong mga maritime entitlements na pwedeng ma-harvest natin from our exclusive economic zone, na dapat ang makinabang ay ang Pilipino. Yung binanggit ni Kong Erwin, this will allow the Philippine Navy and the Coast Guard to have joint basing. Alam mo, hindi naman tayo malaking bansa na malaki ekonomiya natin. We will be able to project more with lesser expense for joint basing by the Navy, the Coast Guard, and maybe other maritime players in the maritime domain. So it's a very welcome move by Kong Erwin to support the Navy and the Coast Guard.
Well, that's wonderful po, no? Kumusta po ang pagpapatrol in particular ng Philippine Navy, as you mentioned, Benham Rise, now called the Philippine Rise? Kasi di ba parang may research vessel dyan noon
Yeah, every now and then we monitor
ng China. Yeah.
China research vessels passing
Yes.
through. Itong huli, yung Shenku, talagang nag-conduct ng research based on the zigzag track.
Nag-research po siya doon.
Yeah.
Gaano katagal po siya doon? At nandun pa ba siya ngayon?
We monitor that vessel to be there mga 3 days. And then from the eastern part of Catanduanes, bumaba siya sa may eastern part of Samar. And then tuloy na siya lumabas. The Philippine Navy under Naval Forces Northern Luzon, based in San Fernando, La Union, has regular patrols. Baho de Masinloc, the Northern Islands, and Benham Rise, all the way down to the eastern part of Catanduanes. It just so happened nung magpupunta ng Navy and Coast Guard, medyo malaki yung alon. So we sent out a Air Force flight, air surveillance flight. Yun ang nakakuha ng mga pictures of that Shenku, that research vessel.
But it has left na.
It was left, yeah. It was left the area.
Commodore, sa ibang usapin naman po, magkakaroon daw po uli ng civilian mission sa Panatag Shoal o dito po sa Baho de Masinloc, kagaya po na nabanggit nyo kanina, sa susunod na linggo. Ano po ang suportang ibibigay ng Philippine Navy dito po sa mission na ito?
Alam mo, kami ay natutuwa na ang taong bayan ay nakakaintindi na ngayon sa issue. This is organized by atin ito. It's civil society. Hindi ito gobyerno. Hindi ito mga fisher folk. Ito ay mga average Filipino who would like to show support to the thrust of government to claim what is ours sa Baho de Masinloc and the entire expanse of the exclusive economic zone. We support them so long as they follow the guidelines provided by the government.
Gaano po katagal itong mission na ito, Commodore?
It will last for 3 to 5 days. And they're in close contact with the government authorities in the maritime domain, Coast Guard, BFAR, and the Philippine Navy.
Alright. Sir, mapunta naman tayo sa ibang usapin. Ano? Kumusta po ang Navy ngayon? Kayo po ba ay nagre-recruit? Napanood ko lang recently, si Ding Dong Dantes pala ay reserve. May kaibigan rin ako dyan, si Karina Dayondon, one of the first who climbed Mount Everest. Kumusta na sila? No? At magandang malaman na marami rin, or may mga kababaihan na parte po ng Navy. Ilan po ba?
Yeah, alam mo, the Philippine Navy under the leadership of the Flag Officer in Command, Vice Admiral Toribio Adasi, is doing good when it comes to performing its mandate as reflected by the results of surveys na nagpapakita na mataas ang tiwala ng taong bayan, hindi lamang sa Navy, but sa entire armed forces. And the Navy right now, we are 27,000 strong. Of this, off the record, around 4,000 to 5,000 are females. The females have been a very strong contributory force sa ating Philippine Navy. There's a special niche for women sa trabaho, being a technical field. There's a special niche for women na kailangan natin yung mga attention to detail ng babae. So we are glad that there are a lot of members of the Navy na females who contribute a lot to mission accomplishment. I would say that the morale of the Philippine Navy in particular and the entire armed forces is sky high.
Magaling daw talaga po sa detalye yung mga babae, lalo na po pagdating sa military.
Yes, yes. There are certain jobs in a technical field na mas ugma sa babae. And we realize that.
All right. I just have to correct myself. Karina Dayondon pala is with the Philippine Coast Guard.
Okay, yes, yes.
Yes.
So si Ding Dong is a reservist of the
As a
Philippine Navy.
reservist of the Philippine Navy. Kasi marami rin kami naririnig sa PCG ngayon. Buti naman po ay nagpunta po kayo. Finally, we're hearing from the Navy and you're more active in speaking out. Kasi nga people are asking, ba't hindi raw kayo masyadong kasama? Mas napapabalita yung Coast Guard. Pero kasi iba ata ang magiging implikasyon pag Navy na po ang nandoon.
Ang Coast Guard is on maritime law enforcement. That's their primary mandate. Safety of life at sea and maritime law enforcement. We support them along that line. The Navy and the armed forces is on defense and security. So iba yung aming mandato. But we support each other.
Yes, all right. It's nice to see nga po na talagang magkasama po kayo ngayon, lalo na dito sa issue na ito sa West Philippine Sea. Mensahe o paalala nyo na lang po sa ating mga kababayan.
Alam mo, sa mga kababayan natin, a lot has been said about a new model, Ninya, about a gentleman's agreement. I have said many times, patayin natin ang kwento na yan. Ibalik sa hukay. That's a zombie story. Huwag natin paniwalaan yan. Kung ano ang sinasabi ng inyong gobyerno, ng inyong Navy, ng inyong Coast Guard, and all government agencies in the West Philippine Sea, yun ang totoo. Huwag tayo mahulog sa mga kwentong under marites warfare para tayo mismo mag-away-away. Dapat nagkakaisa tayo bilang Pilipino, lalong-lalo na sa West Philippine Sea.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Commodore Roy Vincent Trinidad, Philippine Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea. Magandang tanghali po.
Maraming
Salamat,
salamat
sir.
Arnel and Ninya, and sa mga taga-subaybay ninyo, keep tuning in.
Thank you, sir.